Oh, hello. My name's Sanam. You may recognize me from other features such as CAD1. Welcome. I hope you enjoy the rest of this beautiful, amazing, spectacular show.
Mondulkiri, the largest and most sparsely populated province in Cambodia. Home to a number of ethnic minorities, vast jungles and Benong elephants, and for 3 months, 20 VSO ICS youth volunteers.
11 are from all over the UK.
I'm from Northern Ireland.
I'm from Scotland. Berkshire in the south of England.
East London.
A small village near Oxford.
I'm from Llanapia in the Rhondda County in the south of Wales.
From where?
Have you never heard of Llanapia in the Rhondda County in the south of Wales?
And 10 are from all over Cambodia.
I'm from Mondulkiri Province.
Province, Cambodia.
Lacao Province.
I'm from Pol Village, Chikominyo and Kumchangmi District and Previn Province.
Smiling Province.
Working at the request of the Provincial Office of Education, we will be establishing the foundations of an ongoing project to identify and tackle the problems which the education sector face. During Cambodia's brutal Khmer Rouge regime, the teachers and intellectuals in the country were ruthlessly targeted and massacred. Education was not a priority, and the country has had to re-establish the system virtually from scratch.
There was a lot of work to be done, and our journey began with a week of intensive training in Phnom Penh.
Perfect.
What does it mean?
We don't know.
Listen.
We have been learning about Mondulkiri, about our host homes, about what is expected of us.
I want to go to Mondulkiri now.
And so, at Danny's request, the team set off to Mondulkiri.
VSO's main objective is that education should be something which is accessible and that is relevant for marginalised families to overcome cultural and economic barriers.
And we're working in 4 different areas.
Since we arrived, we have been doing action research.
The first part of the research was secondary, and we just did kind of like finding out about the students and the school and what existing support there is.
I love the program so far. We're setting up the base, which is not always very exciting but needs to be done. Doing the interviews and the focus group discussions has been very interesting because you get a first-hand insight into what the pupils want and aspire to do, but are unable to because of their circumstances.
We did focus group discussions, interviews and design questionnaires. Focus group discussions were with the students, the interviews were with the students and the teachers and the Provincial Office of Education staff, both youth staff and general staff. And the questionnaires were designed for grade 10 and 11 students.
And obviously once we get all this data back, there is a lot of stuff to look at and not much time. We had to conduct thematic analysis on all of this data that we had so that they were going to be able to conduct their student sessions. I do psychology at university, so I already had a fair knowledge on thematic analysis and research. So myself and Hawa, who also does psychology, we took thematic analysis under our reins and trained some other volunteers on the whole process of thematic analysis and spent a lot of time doing that.
We needed a method to collect all of the data from the student questionnaires, so I designed a questionnaire data input form. There was one for each work group, and it would collect the quantitative data so that we could then use it to analyse all of the information we received from the questionnaire.
During that time, I translate like from English to Khmer, make sure students can understand the meaning in documents.
So I'm in the IT group, so we focus on like technology and working with the students to learn more about that.
For our primary research, we found out that there was not much computing knowledge or many computing lessons taking place in Mondulkiri.
Students interest about the IT so much, like they think that about the IT is very important for them.
The students received maybe 1 hour a week of computer lessons where they learned basic knowledge such as typing on an English keyboard.
I'm in the education value / awareness work group, and so we're kind of trying to make people get the most of the education they're already in.
We found more confirmation of stuff that was the things that were in the project planning tool, like the need to have a better career guidance advice.
In particular, we found that a lot of them went on to do business degrees, or accounting was another big one. And actually there was a problem there because there wasn't a high enough demand in the job market, so all of these other degrees which were less popular like sciences and humanities weren't being studied, but there was a higher demand for jobs that came from that. So that was something that we really focused on in our research.
I was part of the life skills group, which is quite a broad topic. I was working alongside one other UK volunteer and 2 Khmer volunteers, and basically we had to try and define life skills, which isn't that easy. We spoke to several students and teachers and the POE and asked them what they thought life skills was, but what we found is that there was no general consensus really. They valued specific topics like hygiene.
We spent a lot of time planning student sessions based on that research, and we came up with 4 different categories of sessions that we would deliver to the grade 10 and 11 students.
Allow the students research and put all the documents that they have researched, put in the PowerPoint and show everyone.
About my group, we focus on about career that we divide 5 sessions about skill matching, identification, interview, and CV skill. Yeah.
So the sessions, I think, went really well. We did run into a few hurdles now and then, but I think we pushed through them, and I think we delivered some really good quality work.
The sessions were really quite interactive, which I think really helped with the engagement levels.
Alongside the student sessions, the volunteers had other responsibilities.
So I'm a part of the media team, and we've been very busy on this cycle. We've been producing a whole load of videos. We documented every CAD that we did. We produced this video, and we also set up a Humans of Mondulkiri Facebook page, which has been really cool. It's helped us show how we've managed to interact and engage in the community that we've been living in, which is awesome.
We organised a number of social activities. Our first one was St Monram Waterfall. We then had a sports day with all the volunteers. We went to go and see the elephants in Putang village, and we went to Busra Waterfall, which was amazing.
But it wasn't all plain sailing.
The most difficult for me in the first one is, I think, is a language. I didn't know how I can exactly to say from my mind. Yeah.
I think it's just working with such a diverse bunch of people. We all have different approaches to some things, but we make it work. and also the toilet situation is an experience.
So the most challenging thing is keeping a good team dynamic, because when you're working in a really big group of people, obviously there's difficulties, but we've worked through them, and I'd say we're a really strong team now.
My best friend.
But working and living in Mondulkiri Province has been quite an incredible experience for the whole team.
What's been your favourite part about Mondulkiri and this whole programme, Liam?
The Khmer as UK when we don't understand, and I think for my group is have a good cooperation together.
To meet everyone from such different backgrounds, but yet have that like-minded life goal that we all have to be able to commit ourselves to a project as substantial as this.
The first time I saw the market, I don't know, it sounds really lame, but the market in Saint Monorom, it's like these little tents and canapes, and you go in and like it's really muddy and slippy, and it's just like raw fish and vegetables, and it's all like higgledy-piggledy, and I just never seen anything like that before. So that was awesome.
We formed a brotherhood, haven't we? I don't know why I said that.
We formed a brotherhood.
The youth of Cambodia are great. They are hopeful, they are ambitious, they are hungry for a change in their communities.
Our programme was about making sure they are adequately equipped to bring about that change.
But in the bigger picture, our work was only for 3 months in one community, in one high school, and there's still a whole lot of work to be done.
And now it's up to the next cycle of volunteers to build on this.
Goodbye, Saint Monorom!